Hello, welcome to this new episode of Far From Home, a talk with a friend abroad. Our guest and friend this Saturday is Fulvio, Italian living in Mexico. And I would say that actually Fulvio is a recent friend because like common friends put us in contact. And I think that this is also what is happening now in this time, because there is this need of connection between like people that are like living the same experiences, and at the same time we spend a lot of time online, and so we also want this time to be like worthy and to make also, let's say, worthy connection. And so I think this is why our friends suggested also to like get in touch and also like brainstorm some ideas maybe also for future collaboration. So welcome, Fulvio.
Well, thank you very much, Viviana. Thank you for the opportunity, for the space. As you will say, it's very important to make networking in this period. So it was a pleasure to know you, and let's see what happens.
Yes, thank you. Same. So, the first question is actually how you ended up in Mexico, and maybe specifically also in your like region, city, the place you're actually living now.
Uh-huh. Well, I came in Mexico in 2015. Well, I came the first time in Mexico. I came in 2013 for holiday, like everybody. But then I decided to move here in 2015. I can say that there are two main factors that pushed me to come here. First, well, I want to tell you the truth. It's I'm not I'm not hiding. It's the oldest story of the world. I fell in love with a girl. My girlfriend was living here, so I decided to come here. I was missing her so much, so I decided to come here. On the other end, there was since many years, there was the feeling that I was not doing the life that they wanted to do. No, so I was looking for a better quality of life, slow down a little bit, living by the beach, these kind of things that maybe a lot of people they dream of it, but they don't do it because of many different reasons. No? I decided to do it. So this was the main reason why I came here. And I came it's funny because I was born in a little town, and I was always saying I don't want to live in a little town, I want to live in a city. And now I'm living in a little town of 13,000 people in the south of Mexico, in one of the poorest region of Mexico, in a place called Huatulco, which is for me is a special place. For me, it's a very special place because it's that in these last years we always talk about sustainability, environment, these kind of things, civil participation, and this concept that seems like an utopia. No.
Yes.
I came here in this place, and everything was exactly how the people dream of it. So the people here, they really take care about the environment. They really take care about the local economy. They really take care about creating like real connection with people. So it's something that is considered the only sustainable touristic resort in Mexico. It's a touristic place. So every year they come here, millions of people, to this place to enjoy the nature. It's like an amusement park in the middle of the nature. So this is the idea. And the last thing I want to say is that I'm happy to stay here because I feel at home. No, so at the end, I think that the aim is not like moving from your place, but finding the place where you can be yourself, where you can be happy. So this is where maybe it's not a place itself, it's the feeling that you have that you can be yourself, no? That you are looking for, and this is what I look for. I found here.
Yes, I think that's extremely important. My background is in research, and the first time when I moved to Malta, I actually did a research that here about Italians living in Malta. And among the reasons of moving, there is of course like economic reason, love but also the quality of life. And this is something that then there are pros and cons, I would say, like all over the world and everywhere. But for many, Malta was also this quality of life, like slow down, the sea. So something that they were looking for and maybe they didn't have in their country or city where they used to live. And that they found in the new place. And I have the same because then people ask me, but it's not too small Malta for you? Because I'm also coming from a small town and it was the kind of escape from that town. But actually, Malta is the right size for me, I would say. And then it's international, even if it's small. So
Mhm.
I can say also I can share that I feel at home for some like reasons that and something that I found here.
Yes, and I want to add another thing is that I always say that if I would come back in Italy one day, I would go definitely to the south of Italy, even if I come from the north, because I think that those kind of places, those kind of quality of life, even if they have a lot of contradiction, a lot of bad sides,
Yeah.
there are also good things that are better. Yeah, you know, the balance is
Yes,
positive, in my
exactly.
opinion.
Yes, that's true. Good. And then you mentioned home. So the second question is actually what were the challenges also during this time for you, like personally and professionally? And I know also that actually your family was there and then they couldn't like go back to Italy. So how was also to have so the family there, but at the same time they were not at home?
Yeah. So I answer to both questions. No? Well, the first, well, the most difficult things. Well, first of all, I found myself without any job. Okay, so was this? This was maybe a mistake for me because I decided to invest all my skill, all my time on tourism. So maybe it was not a clever choice, but you
You
know,
didn't
this
know
is this is
before.
what I couldn't imagine that was coming this
Exactly.
pandemic, and well, in this place, this is what you have. So in the place where I live, this is a place based on tourism. So you do what you do in the place. So first of all, this feeling that maybe you made a wrong choice. But then you have two choice. You can think that everything is bad, and then, or you can think that maybe you can do something to exit to do next. No. So the other thing is the contact with nature. So one of the things that I love of this place is that I really love to. I really became like a super nature lover. I don't know how to say. So it's this is more the most difficult thing is that I can go to the beach. I can go in the middle of the nature. So especially because of I'm a freelance.
Mhm.
I'm a freelance, so for a freelance, home and office is the same place. so
Yes.
so going out from your house is something that you need. It's not something that mm, you can do or you can do. It's
Yeah.
something that you have to do. I mean, now I'm not doing a lot, uh, but as a freelance, it's very very important. So I can say that these are the three things that I found.
Yeah.
So the other thing, well, as you say, my parents were here, so was good. Was good on one side because well, they helped me with a lot of things, and on the other side was strange to have them like living with me because when you're used to live alone, then it's difficult to lose your independence, no? Mm, so well, so it was also but in any case, I think that was a good thing. Was a good thing that they were here because it was much more safer stay here than coming back to Italy. So maybe this is the reason why it was so difficult to go back. I'm not saying that embassy and I don't know who are the responsible, but has been very difficult. It's been very difficult to go back to Italy, especially for a person that is 70 years old,
Yes.
because you have to
Yeah,
make many changes of the flight. Then the price of the ticket is very high, and then they cancel the ticket at the day before you leave. So it's a mess. I mean that in this period the flight company are not doing, in my opinion, a right job.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but it's a personal opinion. So I don't know if I answer or you have
Yes,
some
no,
questions.
you answer. I have another question in the sense that where maybe they came before the pandemic and then there was a pandemic.
Of course.
Did you act for them as a cultural mediator, kind of, or like translator and cultural mediator? How was for them? Maybe it was not the first time, but how was for them?
No, was very important. My father always say, if you weren't here, I don't know what I would do. No, I mean, so it's very important when you stay in a place that you don't know. It's not only a matter of language.
Yes.
It's a matter of understanding. I mean, just to make you a quick example, I mean, they came some people to make some to put my Windows news in my house. I mean, in Mexico, you have to know that if you do a job like this in your house, you have to stay behind the worker any time. I mean, you can't leave. I mean, you have to stay with him, because in the moment that you turn around, they are making something wrong. Or they are making something that they don't think about. No? So it's something that maybe, I don't know. And this is something that you have to learn. So this is something that I wanted to tell also. It's one of the things that that I say about Mexico, about the experience that I'm doing, is that you always have to learn something that you don't know, especially about the culture of the place. Because if not, you feel like you feel angry because the things are different from how you expected. So at the first time, you feel frustration. You feel you feel that you are in the wrong place. You feel that you are the wrong. Maybe you ask yourself, it's me that it's wrong. Maybe what I lived in my first 30 years of my life was a mistake. I don't know. I mean, you make a lot of questions. I make a lot of questions because this is what I am. But in any case, I think that anybody that I told that came from abroad had the same question as me. So it's something that
yes,
it will happen. No, it will happen. Maybe if I had someone that would help me to move here, would be much more easier. Of course, there is a matter of flexibility. There is a matter of ability to adapt to the context. But I would have avoided a lot of mistakes with someone that would help me to introduce me to this new life.
Actually, what you describe are kind of the phases of the cultural adaptation. There is a honeymoon. It is the first phase where everything is perfect, like the sea, the sun, the people, and then there is a cultural shock when you start, like when you become frustrated and you think about, oh, it's me, or their way of doing things, I don't like it, and then you think, and then there is the other phase. There is adjustment and adapt to the new culture. So you keep something, and then you adjust what you are, and you also use your culture of origin to do something. To you adjust to the new culture. So this is the other question. What was your cultural shock? What were the things that at the beginning, or not at the beginning, but then like made you like frustrated, or that you realize, oh, I'm Italian, or this is my way of doing these things?
Well, I can say two things. First, I don't know if it's something that is global or not, or it's something specific of Mexico. I don't know, but is sorry for the birds. There are many birds around that are making
perfect.
And so the lack of trust. I mean, when I came here, I was used to trust people. I used to trust people at all. I mean, especially at the first time that you know some person, you don't have any reason for, in my opinion, to not trust the person. I mean, if doesn't do anything that sounds strange to you, why not? No, so why you don't have to trust a person? No, it's something that. So everything, the society is based on trust. Economy is based on trust. Everything is based on trust. Here I had to redefine a little bit the concept of trust. I know it's something that hurt me so much because and now I'm living a moment where I say last week I spoke with my roommate and she was saying, no, everybody acts as his own interest. Everybody, you can have friends, these kind of things, no? But it's not the only person that is giving me these messages. So, and this is not what I am. This is not what I am. So I try to fight as much as possible against this idea, because I think that this kind of ideas, if you repeat this idea, then becomes true. I mean, I really believe that you create your reality. No, this is what they say. So if you still repeat that everything is selfish, well, everybody will become selfish. So if you say that everybody is racist, everybody will become racist. So this is the first thing, and the second thing is something more like funny, that I don't know why here the people they never say the truth, but not. It's not something that they never say. It's not that they are not honest. It's a matter that they don't want to get in a debate. So if you ask them, can you do this thing? They say yes. Even if they can't. They say yes. They say yes, and then can you do it tomorrow? Yeah, I can do it. Then arrive the day of tomorrow, and they say, no, I can't because I have any. I mean, so it's something that makes you crazy, you know? Because if you apply to also to relationship, to everything, so then you have to understand. I mean, I don't know. In all my friends, in my experience, if a person say me yes, means yes. I mean, not.
Yes, this is extremely cultural. And actually, I have a session that is precisely on that. And I don't know if some of my students are following this talk, but I have like some slides for them. They're always why they don't say no. Why they in one case of my clients, he was like, why the Indians, they never say no, or why the Mexican, they never say no. And this is cultural. There are like some reasons, and there are also, let's say, some tricks that you should use to have them say not no, but to try to read the air, try to read between the lines. They're actually saying no, but it's not no, it's something else. Maybe they are telling you, I don't know, can you come on Saturday for that job? Yeah, you know, there is this is one famous example. It's the birthday of my daughter, so will you come or not? It's the birthday of my daughter. And so then they don't show up at the end, because family is more important. This is another dimension. No? Family and the personal relationships are more important than doing the task that day. Then maybe they're going to do it, but another day. So I think they're extremely, what you say is a cultural shock if you're coming from a different culture. And there are cultural dimensions that are extremely important to be aware. Otherwise, it's a frustration, and every day you don't know, and then you think also that you cannot trust them because they're not telling the truth. But actually, they are telling the truth, but in a different way than you expected. So, and there is where you need to have like some cultural adjustment, cultural adaptation, or someone that can help you to understand what they're saying without that they're saying it. So,
yeah, and my solution now is that you don't have expectation. I mean, if they say yes, they say okay. I mean,
maybe.
And if they don't do what they promise or they say, but actually it doesn't matter. I mean, things doesn't have to happen whenever you want. Things happens when things happens.
That is time also. Time is another cultural dimension.
So maybe it's wrong that I think that people have to do the things when I want.
You want.
That, I mean, this is not right. I mean, this is not right.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because they can be small things, but actually they are also big, like changing in the mindset, changing in the way we adapt to the other culture, and you can manage to adapt, or as you are aware of yourself, you self-reflect, you do a self-reflection about yourself. But there are people that they're like, no, stop, I don't want to work with them anymore, I'm going back.
Yeah. So, and I also say something that is very important. The things that they are like they are doesn't mean that you have to be like them.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to be more like compromise, I don't know which word use,
yeah,
or be more like I mean, you can do it and people will love it. I mean, maybe it will be your advantage in the competition. I mean,
yes.
I don't know, maybe it's something that you can use on your advantage.
Yes, no, that's true.
So,
and I think it's something that also came out from the other talk. When we are abroad, and maybe we have also traveled or live in different countries, at the end, also your culture of you as individual is also a mix, because maybe you take something from Mexico and then you take something from Italy, and then you have your own style of doing things that is a mix of what for you was better of all the country or the cultures that you have like learned or live.
Yeah, it's like a process. Like,
yeah, there is something that you think now you are doing the Mexican way, or is something that you are taking from the Mexican culture?
Well, apart than food, I mean, I'm changing
your diet.
my diet a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I try to be myself as much as possible.
But maybe like coming from the north of Italy, now you're more relaxed, you're more slow down with or you're still.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's you slow down. Actually, I'm a strange person because I was living in the north, but I went to study in Rome. I mean, so this, from that moment I understood that something was wrong with me. I mean,
okay, yeah.
So everybody they come from the south to the north. I always go to the south. So
you go south.
I always had an attraction for a natural attraction for the south. So it's something maybe that it's me. I mean, and just as I say at the beginning, the thing is that the important thing is not the place where you go, or the important thing is that you are yourself. And you can express as much as possible what you are, and you'll be happy. I mean.
Yes, that's true. Super. So last question is about the resources. There were something that for you was a resources during this time that you realized you rediscover.
Well, when people change country, I think it's something I reflect a lot about it. And when you move from a country to another, so there is something that you can't accept, that your life is worse than what you had before. No, so in with different criteria. No, so this is my like focus on this new life. No, so this is when I think if I'm doing well or not, I always make a comparison to the old life, and I try to make to see what happens now. No, so what I learned. This is something that I had in myself, but I never, for different reasons, I never used it. A resource that I never used when I was in Italy is the ability of risk. I mean, risk I mean, being a little bit entrepreneur. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody have to be freelance or everybody have to be, and this is something that, I mean, it's good that there are big companies. It's good that there are, but if you have this feeling that you can do it, it's good to follow this. So this is what I learned. I mean, Mexico is a place where you can apply, for example, the process that you try, then maybe things got bad, then you learn, and then you repeat, and then you try, and then you learn, and then you get wrong, and then you learn, and then repeat. And
it's
so
not the end of the world. Yes,
is a never ending cycle. Yes. That you learn to redefine yourself, to find. So this is something, I think that this is an ability, a skill that is very important, especially in the life where we are for the new generation.
Yes,
the ability to redefine yourself, to resolve problem in your daily life, in your work life, and it's something that it's very important. So I always said, and the other thing is that, well, I always been very tolerant and very open to other cultures. So this is something that maybe helped me a little bit. And in any case, what I mean, the first recourse is the ability, resources, the ability of see alternatives.
Yes.
To see alternative, because there is always an alternative. I mean, it's one time a friend here, a psychologist, they say a clever person, maybe it's over exaggerated, but they say for every problem, a clever person find at least 100 solutions.
Wow. Yeah.
So
a good way of thinking. Yes.
I mean, maybe they are not 100. Maybe they are less.
One you can find, probably.
But you will find it. I mean, at least if you. I mean, I don't want to be very naive, but if you believe in yourself, you will find a way to go out. If you are very clear, which are your values, which are your objective,
yes, I
then
think
you will find a way.
Extremely important, because what you mentioned is true for like the individual, the entrepreneur, and the company also. And what we are seeing now is also that some companies, it's like that they're waiting, so they're not able to adapt or to change. But the pandemic is here. It will stay. So if you don't adapt, if you don't change, if you don't try to find solutions, probably you will fail and die as a company and as an entrepreneur. So I think that for sure there are skills, and I agree with you. And also in some other talks, someone said, when you go abroad, you also improve all your problem solving skills, because actually it's you and you have to solve your problems like every day, even if you are maybe with a family or with like your girlfriend, your husband, but at the same time, is also you and yourself to face some of the challenges. And so these problem solving skills then was extremely useful during this time, because it's okay, we will learn and we have like skills to solve and to like try to maybe be creative on something that will be next.
Yeah, and also if you say, for example, before you say the company fail, if you fail, doesn't matter. Yes. Doesn't matter. At least if you don't bankrupt and you go to jail.
Yes.
In case, but also in that case, maybe is a way to learn. I mean,
yes.
Maybe it's a way to learn. Maybe what you did wrong, and maybe do better the next time. I mean, at least at the end we have to die, but since we are alive, we have at least the chance of trying. Yes. Some people, they can do something. Some people, of course, if you are rich, if you are rich, you can do something. If you are poor, you can do. you can do other things. I mean, I don't want to enter in this kind of debate, but you can do it. I mean, you can. I mean, I always say also in Mexico, it's very easy to try because I mean, even if the people is always complaining also here, bureaucracy, it's very, very easy. If you want to open a company, you go to office, one day you pay something, and one day you are open. The first 10 years that you come here, they make a discount on taxes. So it's very, very like flexible and easy. And if at the beginning you don't want to be on views, you can do it. You have some tolerance that where you can try. So this is something that maybe can be useful to learn from in other countries. That so I will say in a funny way that the American dream is it's here. I mean, it's the Mexican dream.
Yeah. That's super. I think is great. And also what you mentioned, I think, is also culture. So coming from Italy, this idea of failure is also maybe linked to the fact that there was like the idea is one job for all your life, while other countries and culture, they have this idea, you try, you fail, you try again, it's not the end of the world. And also in your like migration, maybe you go to one country and then you come back, or you go to another country and again, it's not the end of the world. Of course, if you don't do something like bad and you ended up in jail. But it's like it's like try and do and try to find the better for you. Good.
Yeah.
I think we're almost at the end of our talk. Now there is a message in the language that you want, to the country that you want, that you love. So feel free to say.
Yeah. Well, no, it's something very, very naive, but it's something that they repeat always. Since I'm here, the people, when I have a problem, and I ask to a friend, I explain, I have this problem. They always answer me, todo pasa por algo. Which means everything happens for a reason, no? Which is seems like a fatalist sentence, but it's up to you if you want to stop there, or if you want to understand. Even if you stop there, it's something better than cry on your problems.
Yes.
I mean, so at least you say, maybe if you be calm, you have a problem that people say todo pasa por algo. Well, then at least you say, okay. I mean, okay, everything is there for a reason. Now what I do? No? Now what I do? You can stay there and try to understand what is this something, this reason, or you can move on, or you can I don't know. It's there are many options, and you choose. So this is the message. If you feel that you are in a pandemic and life is going bad, just think todo pasa por algo, and maybe you feel a little bit better.
Vuoi dirlo anche in italiano per chi ci segue dall'Italia?
Pues in italiano sería tutto succede per una ragione. No, è qualcosa di... può sembrare una frase un po' naif, un po' ingenua, un po' banale, però per ogni problema che ho avuto qui, gli amici, così tutti quanti mi dicono, se succede è successo per una ragione. Quindi sta a te decidere se vuoi indagare qual è la ragione, o vuoi semplicemente andare avanti, o imparare cosa. Quindi cioè, questo è il messaggio. Quindi se hai un problema, se hai una cosa, pensa a questo, magari ti sentirai un pochino meglio. Non è la soluzione, ovviamente non è la soluzione, è semplicemente un modo per sentirti un po' meglio.
Esatto, può aiutare. Perfetto, grazie mille. Gracias. Thank you very much. And thank you for following us. If you want to be our guest, you still have time, so get in touch if you want to be one of our guests, our next guest. and see you on Wednesday.
Also, can I say something?
Yes,
Last
yes,
thing.
yes.
That well, in my one of my projects before COVID was to open like a kind of service for people that wanted to come here. So if you have the idea of coming here
Yes.
to Mexico, to Huatulco, I would more than happy to help you, to give you advice and do whatever you need.
Super.
So okay.
Thank you. Grazie.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.